All right, let's dive in. Today, we are going to tackle that feeling of digital chaos. You know the one. We're going to see how we can transform a messy pile of information into something crystal clear using two powerhouse tools that are probably sitting on your computer right now, spreadsheets and presentation software. Let's get to it.
First up, let's get real about a problem I bet every single one of us has faced. I mean, have you ever felt like you're just drowning in it? It's that overwhelming feeling when you've got numbers, dates, tasks, and names all flying at you at once.
It just keeps piling up, right? Maybe you start with good intentions, scribbling things down in a notebook. And that works for a bit, but sooner or later, it becomes a disorganized jumble. Trying to find what you need is a total headache. And making sense of it all? Yeah, good luck with that.
But what if I told you there's a hero for this kind of chaos? Let's meet our first tool, the spreadsheet. And don't think of it as just a boring filing cabinet. Think of it more like a command center for bringing order to your world.
So what is it really? At its heart, a spreadsheet is just a simple grid made of rows and columns. Its whole job is to hold your information in a really organized way and, this is the best part, to do all the boring calculations for you.
And the whole thing boils down to three super simple parts. You've got rows, which go across, you've got columns, which go up and down, and where a row and a column meet, you get a little box called a cell. That's it. That is the entire foundation of this powerful tool.
And here's what that looks like in the wild. See? Simple, right? The rows can be for different items, the columns for different categories. Each piece of your data gets its own neat little home. This simple grid is your personal playground for organizing literally anything you can think of.
But just getting organized, that's just level one. The real magic, the thing that makes spreadsheets an absolute game changer, is when you make your data dance with formulas.
So let's take a look at Miss Sharma. She's a teacher, and she's got a classic teacher problem, a whole list of student grades that she needs to add up to get a final total for each one. This is a perfect job for a spreadsheet.
Now, her first thought might be to just punch in the numbers, like a calculator. Type in equals 73 plus 89 plus 78. And sure, that works. It'll give her the right answer. But there's a huge flaw here. This method is totally rigid. It's set in stone. If a grade changes, this total won't.
To check this out, the smart way is to use the cell's address instead. So she tells the spreadsheet, hey, add whatever is in cell B2 plus whatever is in C2 plus whatever is in D2. She gets the same answer. But under the hood, something incredible has just happened.
Because now, if Ms. Sharma realizes she made a typo, say she changes that 73 to a 66, bam, the total fixes itself, instantly, automatically. No erasing, no recalculating needed. That is the superpower of a spreadsheet.
Okay, so we can do math in a flash. Awesome. But what happens when you have a ton of data? How do you actually find the important stuff, the key insights, in a massive list?
So here's Miss Sharma's full class list. It's all there, but if she wants to know who her top students are, she has to scan the whole thing, comparing numbers one by one. It's slow, and honestly, it's pretty easy to miss something.
But with just a single click, she can sort the whole table by that total column. And just like that, the top-performing students float right to the top. The answer she was looking for is now impossible to miss. She can also use filters. Let's say her list has kids from a few different classes all mixed together. With a filter, she can tell the spreadsheet, hey, just for a second, only show me the students from class 12A. Everything else just vanishes temporarily. It lets you focus on exactly what you need to see.
And, because this data can be sensitive, you've got to keep it safe. Spreadsheets make this incredibly simple. It's just a few clicks, you add a password, and boom, your data is locked down and secure.
Okay, so we've organized our data, we've calculated it, we've analyzed it, we have the insights. But now, how do we share those insights with other people in a way that's actually clear and memorable?
This quote really hits the nail on the head. A spreadsheet is brilliant for doing the analysis, but a giant wall of numbers isn't great for communicating. To share your findings effectively, you need to bring in our second tool, presentation software.
And why is that? Well, presentations are built for communication. You can make them interesting with images, videos, and animations. They're super easy to change if you need to. You can show them to a huge room of people, or you can print them out as handouts. They are designed for sharing.
And just look how quickly an idea can take shape. Ms. Sharma wants to teach a lesson on the water cycle. She starts with a totally blank slide, and in just a few moments, she has a clear title and her key points all listed out.
It's designed to be simple, fast, and clear.
So let's bring this all home. These aren't two tools that compete with each other, they're partners. Together, they form this essential toolkit for making sense of our digital world.
Think of it like this. You use spreadsheets for all the behind-the-scenes work, organizing your raw data, performing your calculations, and finding those hidden insights. Then you bring in presentation software to take your findings and communicate them, to tell a compelling story, and to make a real impact on your audience.
So, at the end of the day, you have the tools to turn any chaotic pile of information into a clear, powerful message. The only question left is, what story are you going to tell?